Hey everybody, Scott Spreitzer here, DocSports.com, and welcome to the report for Friday, August 31st, 2018. Free pick coming up in college football for Friday in just a moment. If you've yet to become a member at DocSports.com, you've been missing out, especially in baseball, off to a perfect start in college football. But you can do so. You can give it a try. It's easy to do. You click on the link below the video, set yourself up for a free $60 account. Do it on Friday. I think you'll be glad you did. We swept last night on the gridiron, which was led by our top play of the night in football on the UCF Golden Knights, Central Florida, who wiped out the opposition in that game. And it was just, you could tell that offense was going to be way too much for the rebuilding UConn Huskies right from the start. Took a little while to get that separation as far as the point spread was concerned, but they go on to the 56-17 win. And we are now not only perfect so far in college football to start the season, but 103-67, 61%. That is our run going back almost 3 seasons now. We had 61% with plays posted online last year in college football, 61% also almost 3 years running off to a perfect start. And by the way, I have 4 plays left in college football for the weekend, and they're all still available. They're all available right now, in fact, as I speak. You don't got to wait around. All 4 plays yet to go, including my top play of the week, a 6-star play, which goes on Saturday. And again, they're all available right now. We look to sweep and come away with a very nice start to the college football season and extend that winning record. As far as Major League Baseball, we lost last night our 1 play. We look to bounce right back in the win column with baseball, and Friday's play will be available after 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Don't miss out on the college football stuff, though. It's available right now as we speak at DocSports.com. Hey, listen, one of Friday's games, and we're going to have a free play from one of Friday's contests, but one of Friday's college football games I wanted to mention because there has been a situation where we've seen a side cross a key number. That would be the Colorado Buffaloes. They are 7.5 in most books. I did see 8 at Jerry's Nugget, which is a standalone sharp shop in Las Vegas. They're 8 there, 7.5 just about everywhere else. And, you know, you could have laid 6 earlier this summer if you like the Colorado Buffaloes. And that game, by the way, is on a neutral site, Sports Authority Field in Denver. A quick recap from Thursday's college football. Again, the bettors won with UCF for the most part. And again, a quick tempo off. It's too much for the rebuilding UConn Huskies. And Randy Edsall chalked that one up for the bettors for the most part. Clayton Thorson, boy, he looks like the real deal now that he's healthy again for Northwestern after that torn ACL last year in the bowl game. But he's a difference maker for Northwestern, and so is Jeremy Larkin at running back. Then he tore right through that Boilermakers defense and made the defenders miss all night long. We will give Purdue credit. Their coaching staff, their players, they did make adjustments at halftime. Northwestern had 31 at the break, never scored another point. And, of course, Purdue certainly wasn't helped out by Elijah Sindelar's 3 interceptions. He had a touchdown and 3 picks in that game. When we did our Big Ten preview earlier this summer, we mentioned that we thought Purdue would slide back just a little bit, step back a little bit before making a run next year. And, of course, they come off that big performance last season where they did surprise a lot of people, but we expected them to slip a little bit. Here's what I took from that game, though. We didn't play the game. Had an opinion on the under that was destroyed in the first half. Only ended up going over the total by like 5 points because there was basically no scoring in the second half, 10-0 Purdue. But what we took from that is obviously Northwestern pretty good on offense with Clayton Thorson as the lead guy at quarterback. Purdue moving forward could be better than I thought they were going to be because once we saw the guys on defense getting their feet wet, so to speak, and being coached up throughout the course of that game, we saw a much better performance than we did in the first quarter and a half of that contest. And if they get Sindelar's interceptions down to a minimum, then obviously the defense is put in a better situation. Wake and Tulane, well, Wake wins by 6 in overtime. Tulane bettors got the best of the books in that one, and that looked like what it was, 2 teams with missing parts. And then as far as Minnesota and New Mexico State, absolute blowout, Golden Gophers 48-10. Boy, we're not even done with week 1 yet. We're opening day of week 1 is all that's in the books, and New Mexico State's 0-2. All that hype in Las Cruces before the season began because of last year's bowl appearance. And again, a bad loss last week at home, jacked up crowd at Las Cruces, and they get held down by the Wyoming Cowboys, which we had Wyoming in that one. Didn't play tonight's game, or Thursday night's game, I should say. And New Mexico State once again just slammed. And they're off to an 0-2 start. We're not even done with the month of August yet. Pay attention to that team. telling you what, right now, if they are 0-5, 0-6, 1-8, something along those lines later in the season, this could be a team that jumps into our dead team category that we look to play against in late season games. And we do have that dead team category that we call it when we get into weeks 9 and 10 and 11. And we usually end up with 4 or 5 teams that land in that column. And we look to play against those teams when the numbers are right. So pay attention to see if New Mexico State continues to struggle throughout the next few weeks. 4 college plays remain, as I mentioned, available right now at DocSports.com. Baseball in the morning, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We're off to a perfect start thus far. College football, 103-67 run last almost 3 seasons. Also, a quick note before the free Friday college football play. Forgot to mention the other day, I will be back on the Dari and Mel show, Dari Noka, Mel Kiper, ESPN National, Saturday mornings before kickoff, all college football season long. And we'll be doing that at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Check out an ESPN station where you are located, and we'll be on each and every Saturday morning with Dari and Mel. We'll talk about a few games. We'll talk about where the bettors have put their money and look to have a winning season on that show. 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. It begins this Saturday morning, ESPN National. All right, let's get to our free college football play for Friday night. And we're going to back a team in revenge. The Duke Blue Devils laying 13 to Army. They lost to Army last year as a favorite. They'll have revenge on their mind, will the returning Blue Devils. And they bring back a lot of starters on defense. 8 of 11 are back. And they know a thing or two about option football because, again, they saw Army last year, and they play in the same conference as Georgia Tech in that particular option. So this is not something that's strange to them or odd to them to see option offense, plus they've had all summer, and a good chunk of that, I'm sure, to be able to spend on defending the option attack of the Army Cadets. So we do like them to bounce back, get that revenge, bounce back from last year's loss, and defeat Army by spread covering margin. We make Duke about a 16-point power-rated favorite at this venue, and of course, that's what's most important to us is where our power numbers happen to be, and we make Duke 16. So just feel their defense is going to be too much for West Point. And again, with the power rating backing that up, we'll make Duke the free play on Friday, -13 over Army. Hey, listen, if you like what you see, click on that thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe. We appreciate those who have done so thus far. I will be right back here Saturday morning, no later than 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific. We'll have a free college football play for Saturday's card at that time. Best of luck on Friday. Let's put them in the win column right back here Saturday morning. Scott Spreitzer, DocSports.com.